Strategy for Jackaroo to enter the Korean market. Hi, my name is Mitchell and I'm an international business consultant that will be in the following presentation outlining a strategic plan for Jackaroo to internationalize to Korea. Opportunities within the host country's market have been evaluated, including the political, economic, social and legal environment has been analysed, as well as the suitability of Jackaroo entering the market, a SWOT analysis of Jackaroo and Porter's five forces influence on the targeted industry. A market entry strategy will then be presented from the analysis and recommendations will be made for Jackaroo to commence their internationalisation. Rationale. Jackaroo is an Australian company established in 1916 that primarily focuses on manufacturing and selling 100% Australian-made products handcrafted from Australian raw materials. Their competitive advantage is that their products are 100% Australian and are quintessential while also reducing costs by designing and manufacturing their products in-house. Currently, Jackaroo operates in the tailoring and clothing accessories manufacturing in Australia industry, and in the past 5 years, the industry has suffered with an average annual decrease of revenue of 3.2%. Furthermore, it is predicted that revenue will continue to decrease at an annualized 1.1% over the following 5 years. The proposed targeted industry is the apparel accessories in South Korea, and it would be very suitable for Jackaroo. Although the industry growth is predicted to slightly decline by 1.8% over the next 5 years, the hat segment, which is the targeted segment, is predicted to maintain the highest value. Moving on to the situation analysis, the pestle model was used to identify factors that will potentially affect Jackaroo's entry into the market. Beginning with that tariffs have been eliminated, such reduced and eased entry for businesses into the country due to the CAFTA. However, there is a negative political factor which highly affects business operations, and that is Korea's chaebols. Korea is economically growing with a rate of 2.66% in 2018, but chaebols' continual advancements on reducing the amount of SMEs within Australia with their power by copying innovations as well as buying them out and causing the growth of SMEs to be halted. Currently, 77% of the country's market capitalisation is held by chaebols. SMEs employ 88% of the workers in the country. In addition, these workers are also only paid an average of 63% compared to what people get when they work for a chaebol. In 2019, Korea ranked 5 out of 190 for the ease of doing business, scoring highly on World Bank's parameters. However, out of all the 34 OECD countries, barriers to trade remain the same and are the highest. To evaluate the microeconomic elements within the target market, Porter's five forces will be utilised to determine how each of the elements within the model impact the industry. So although barriers to entry into the market are low, the threat of new entrants within the industry is relatively low as well due to the control chaebols have over the amount of SMEs within the market by reducing the amount of SMEs, but also hindering their growth as well. In relation to buy power, there is a substantial amount of apparel stores within the market. However, Jackaroo's products are extremely high quality and exclusive, and therefore it is unlikely there will be a high power, as options for products with similar attributes are non-existent or very limited. Currently, the industry that produces the raw materials for Jackaroo, the leather and leather substitute product manufacturing industry in Australia, is experiencing similar issues to the industry that Jackaroo operates in, and therefore it could cause higher supply power. For competitors, market share is very distributed, with Korea, Gucci has the highest market share out of all the competitors at only 9.2%. However, competition between SMEs is intense due to lower profit margins and the chaebol interference. The firm's capabilities and potential limitations were evaluated using the SWOT model. Between the internal factors, all raw materials are sourced from the origin company, reducing logistics and mitigating the risk of international procurement issues, which is one major strength. And the use of the COO effect to increase the perception of their high quality products is another strength. The first weakness discussed that they have is the limited domestic production capabilities due to everything being manufactured in-house, and therefore it is unlikely they would be able to meet foreign market demand. Jackaroo's biggest weakness, however, is that they don't have any experience entering an international market. Moving on to the external environment, the targeted segment can be taken advantage of as it is expected to remain the highest valued segment in the market. In relation to this, the targeted market of apparel accessories in South Korea is expected to increase its value by 2.9% in 2021. Potential threats include that the industry that supplies raw materials is experiencing a decline in revenue, which could lead to potential supply issues as well as increasing supply power. The biggest threat for Jackaroo, however, is the Chable's effect on the target market as previously discussed. The entry strategy. The upsider model identifies that closest to the targeted market and is ideal for firms for wanting to enter with low market commitment. This justifies that Jackaroo should adopt exporting as their entry strategy. As previously discussed, the targeted market segment is ideal. However, after 2021, industry growth is expected to slightly decline over the following 4 years. Jackaroo could export throughout 2021 to exploit market trends, and then, if the market becomes too volatile, they can exit promptly. Recommendations. The first step for internationalization is for Jackaroo to expand their local operations to accommodate for the increased demand they will experience once exporting commences, such as establishing a supplier such as AI Topper due to issues within the industry and to limit further supply power. Once operations have expanded and a reliable supplier has been established, Jackaroo needs to establish a relationship with the companies or company that they will export to. As previously mentioned, a Chable such as F&F Co Limited would be highly suitable to mitigate the threats previously discussed. Finally, it is recommended that Jackaroo only export leather products due to the market already being oversaturated with other materials. A premium pricing strategy should be adopted due to the market's perception of the product and its high quality. Jackaroo has the potential to be highly lucrative within the target market. Current strengths can be leveraged in alignment with beneficial factors for Jackaroo to be successful when internationalizing. Implementing the suggested entry method and recommendations will assist in mitigating the potential risks discussed to ensure it is a success. Thank you for listening, and here are my references.